In this final video, we'll be going over how to export out our textures we've created and then assemble everything back together in Unity and get the package from Unity so that way we can deliver to our developers. So here we have our textured model, and first thing we want to do is we want to go to File and where it says Export Textures. That's where we're going to be able to decide the template and where we want to put this. So first off, let's determine where this is going to go. And I'm going to just put this, I'm going to make a folder. It's called Textures. Okay, I'm going to hit Select Folder. So now I know this is going to be going into my Naval Cannon Textures folder. And now I can go through and currently here's all the materials that will be coming out, and I could use each one of these, and that might be perfectly fine. There are other templates that you can look at. No, there's Unity, Universal Rendering Pipeline is a pretty good one. So you can also choose these, and here you can actually see the different channels. But in this case, I'm just going to use the default because I like how all these come out. They look just fine for me. And so I'm going to go ahead and leave it as is. So, but if you did want to change it, all you do is go to your global settings, output template, and you can change that however you want. Okay. And while you're there too, you can change the size of whatever you want the texture sizes to be. I'm going to leave them at the default as well. And then once you've all that decided, you can go to where it says export. It'll just take a moment. You'll see here it says everything's been exported and export successfully finished. So now I'm just going to go ahead and close this out. And I'm going to open my folder. Let's see. So my folder, here's my Naval Cannon. I have all the textures, as you see right here. I also have my cannon. So I want to start off by just moving my cannon to Unity. And then I want to take all my textures and we'll move all these into Unity as well. And again, this is stuff that we've gone over in the past. I'm going to create a new folder. Let's see. I'm going to call this mesh. So I'm going to just drag and drop my cannon mesh in there, and it looks like I accidentally misspelled cannon, so I'm just going to change that to a C. Okay, and then we'll make a folder that I'm going to call materials. Okay, and then I want to drag all these into the materials folder, and then we'll make a folder inside here called textures, in which I'll drag all my texture maps into the textures. So I need to make two materials here, one being the metal material and the other one being the wood material. So I'm going to actually start off by drag and dropping this cannon into the middle of the scene, and it looks pretty good there. It looks as I have how I would expect it to look. Okay, and then now I want to go to my materials. I'm going to right click in my material folder and go to create material. I'm going to call this wood. I'll make the wood texture first. And now if I look over here, I can see I have my albedo, my metallic, normal, height, and I think I also need my, let's see, I think there might have been one more that I had sent out. I'm trying to remember. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my material. I'm going to actually put a lock on this one. So I'm going to my spectre panel, the top right hand side. I can lock that, and now I can go to textures, and I'm going to go through the wood. So first I'm going to go to the wood base color and drag and drop in my albedo, and I can see a little preview right down here what it looks like. Then I'll go to my metallic, drop it in the metallic channel. My normal map, I'll drop in the normal channel. I'm gonna hit fix now, and then here I have my roughness, which is what I think I might be missing. Let's see. Okay, well, it looks like I'm not seeing that, so let's go, here you go. So I went to my shader, Autodesk Interactive, and that will give me my roughness option. So I'll drop my roughness in there, and then I need to drop my height in there. And so now I have this texture that should look pretty good. So I'm going back to my materials. I'm going to drag and drop my wood onto the wood cannon, or the base part. So now, as you can see here, that looks as I would expect it to. I can make adjustments if I want. In this case, I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm pretty satisfied with the way it looks. And so now I do need to make another material. So go create material, and I'm going to call this metal. And then again, I'm going to unlock that. I'm going to open this metal one and hit the lock on the metal. I'm going to change the shader from standard to Autodesk Interactive. And then go to my textures, and I want to just move all these. So start with albedo. Then I have my height here. And basically just connecting everything where it belongs. Go to normal, and I'll have to hit fix now. And then I have my roughness. And now I have that material made up. I can unlock it. I'm going to just drag and drop this right there. And so now you see you have your cannon ready to go. So once you are satisfied with this, and actually this is part of the artist's responsibility, is to part of the responsibility is to make sure that it looks make sure that this looks the way you want it to, or a way that the client wants it to, I guess. So do kind of look around it, move the sun around, make sure everything looks right. But once you are happy with it, you will package this up and send it to the development team. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a new folder. I'm going to call it prefabs. And I can take this cannon here, and we'll just simply drag and drop into that prefabs folder. And I'm going to make an original prefab. So now you see you have your cannon right here. And so now what can happen is later on, when you give this package to your developer, they can quickly just grab this prefab and drop it in. They already know that it looks how you, the artist, had anticipated it to look. So this actually takes a lot of the work out for them, which is really great. It really streamlines the process. It keeps the artist, keeps their vision intact, whereas the programmers don't have to worry so much about the art, but they can focus on what's their responsibilities, being the programming and coding. And so now that I have that done, what I want to do is I want to take this prefab, and I want to just right click on the prefab and go to export package. And so what's going to happen here is going to bring up a little pop-up window, and you want to export the dependencies. So basically it's going to export everything that has to do with that prefab. And so I want to make sure everything's check marked. As you see here, it has my materials, has my textures, has a cannon, has everything I need, everything that is required to make it look exactly as is. So I'm going to hit export. And now I just need to go in here and pick where I want to put this. And I'm just going to call this cannon prefab. Okay, and just hit save. And so it'll take a moment. It shouldn't take very long. And now you can see in my my package, I have a Unity package file that's called Cannon Prefab. So now I can go to any Unity project. So I'm just going to open up a I can grab my prefab and just drag and drop it right into here. And what it's going to do is going to bring up this little import folder. I'm going to say import. I want to make sure it imports everything. And so it's going to do that. And now you already see it already has all the things I need. I just go my prefab and just drag and drop it in there. And just like that, the prefab looks exactly as the artist intended. The programmers don't have to worry about, make sure that the proper pieces go where it needs to go. It's already done for them. So this is the pipeline that I expect everyone to follow. And of course there's going to be variations of this pipeline from time to time, but this really keeps the artist responsible for the art, the programmer responsible for the programming, and doesn't put any kind of a burden on any one person, any more of a burden on anybody. So, with that being said, I hope you guys really enjoy this mini project, and hopefully you guys learn some stuff while doing this process as well.